VSC, VSC, VSC.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Is the the computer is not okay.
No.
Well, I mean, it's not dead, but it's not.
I trip on that more and more every day. Is that okay?
That's where we were when we opened.
Depending on how seasick that will make you, I might edit it out and you'll just see the aftermath.
Wow!
Next time we'll plan that so you can go, ah! I tripped on the power cord. It happens. More often than I'd like to admit. So far, the computer hasn't died yet, though, or fallen. So. Hi, good morning. Welcome. Itchy mask face. Welcome to the Sun Dragon Sideshow.
The VSC edition.
The most dangerous day of the week.
Yes.
Liz built us a fortress here, and you might have to move some. Yeah, good luck with that.
Ooh, yay!
It's so funny. The white ball right there is so much higher in real life than it is. Hang on, you guys can still see us. We can't see you though. Someone from Louisiana just tried to call me, and if you're someone from our shop oriented stuff, don't call my personal phone, thanks. Our shop phone number is 828-877-3550. If that was really important, I will call you back. So, hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in very, very, very foggy, probably going to be rainy and a hot mess today, again, Brevard, North Carolina.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion there.
So, yeah, I don't think
we're sorry we're late. We didn't get all accomplished yesterday. I mean, we should have because.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is it won't be late for you guys. You don't know when we're filming. You see it whenever I can edit it and get it up. But we're starting at 9:30 or so, and so we have limited time to tell you about lots of yummy goodies. But the VSC is sometimes a little shorter than us just ranting and raving and rambling on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that's okay. It means we may try to be done in less than half an hour with all of our lovely.
What? I checked YouTube today and we were at 480 for subscribers.
I saw someone had my email. Sorry, I had subscribed last night. 480, guys. We are so close to 500. I mean, that's not the ultimate goal, but that's the mini goal right now is 500. 20 people. Everybody, if you haven't subscribed already, consider subscribing. If you have, talk to your friends and neighbors, safely, of course, and see if they want to subscribe. Because when we hit 500 subscribers, we'll have a sale just for YouTube watchers. Speaking of sales, before we get to all this yummy goodness, we're having a St. Patty's Day sale just today. So if you're not caught up on episodes and you watch this and it is not March 17th,
2021.
Too bad. Yes. Yeah. If you're watching in like a year, ooh, wow. Could happen. I don't know. Yeah. But today only, on the broadcast day of this show, we are having a sale in the online shop. And if you walk up to the business and say, Shamrock, I have to double check that I set that up right after filming, but I'm pretty sure I did. That is our 17% off. You see what I did there? It's a 17th, so it's 17% off. That won't happen every time we have a sale. I just thought it was cute. So, if you put Shamrock in as the code online, you can save 17% if you walk up to the shop and say the password is Shamrock. I'd really prefer you say the password is Shamrock to putting it in a sentence, because if you put it in a sentence and they're all cute, we will go, what?
It's gotten so crazy and we're tired and there are people.
We're tired.
Yeah.
Just say password is Shamrock. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, it's a lovely shamrockery day. And we're like, what?
You don't need to do that. It's okay. Unless you really want to, but then you have to follow it up with the password is Shamrock. I want my 17% off.
Because we might stare at you like a deer in the headlights.
Yeah, that's the kind of day. Anyway, yes, we drove through pea soup fog to get here, and then we still had packages from the weekend to mail from our last awesome sale. So if you didn't take advantage of the last awesome sale, or you want to take advantage of another sale, 17% off today. Okay, let's get to all the stuff that we need to get to before we open. We are going to do one yarn that's already up online that I was like, ooh, I haven't talked about this in a while, and I'm knitting on it. Ooh. And one yarn that's not up online yet, but I keep wanting to get up online, so we're going to do it today.
And it's kind of a springy yarn.
Yeah. The one that is up online already is not so much a springy yarn. It's a nice, comfy.
It's a fun yarn.
It's a fun yarn that's also on the warmer side. And then the one we're getting up online, we're heading into spring, so let's do it. You know, some of our springy yarns are already up because, you know, we've been working at this for about a year almost, just about. And some of it isn't, so let's get more spring yarns up. As a reminder, as I can, I am tagging and sorting the yarns not only by weight is one way, thickness is one way to search for yarns on our website. I've recently added searching by fiber content. So one of these is more plant-based, cottons and linens and things, and one of these is more animal-based, and so you can find them in different categories. So if you're like, I know they talked about a cotton or linen one today, but I don't remember its name, you can always search by that and see if you can find it. So anyway, so where should we start? She was about to ask me that too.
Do you want to do coastline first?
Although it depends. We've got metal tweed piling on top of everything.
Then hand me a bowl so I can read the stats.
I'll hand her the pretty purple.
With the pinky haze.
This is Gadifra Metal Tweed. And I showed you guys yesterday that I am making my glimmer poncho. Still waking up. Glimmer poncho out of this wonderful, wonderful fabric. What is in this lovely yarn, Liz?
It is 28% alpaca, 27% acrylic, 13% wool, 10% nylon, and 9% polyester.
The acrylic and polyester is part of what makes it machine. It is machine washable. Love it. Part of what makes it machine washable, and novelty yarns are going to need stuff like that to hold it together, all the different stuff together, and add some of the accents. So that's where that comes from.
It is a 50-gram ball, and there are 225 meters on it, which
that's like 200, and we're close to 250 yards or so. Mental math, which is not accurate.
Yeah, for 50 grams. I mean, it's designed to be kind of a DK worsted.
Yeah, it's classified as a worsted weight, but it's lightweight and fluffy, which is how you can get so much yardage into only 50 grams.
For 100 grams, it's over fingering weight yardage.
But it's not.
They want it. Yeah, they want it to fluff because I don't know if they'll be able to see this, but it's got this fantastic halo that just.
It's got kind of a spirally looking texture to it of the main yarn, and then the halo. I want to say, I'm guessing on the super construction of this, but I would guess that the core is the wool, and then the halo is the alpaca of some kind, some variety in there, and then the slubs of tweed in it are some of the acrylic. And the nylon and polyester go into the sparkle, because there's a spiral of sparkle in each of these. Yeah. So I talk about the trifecta with this. We've got the softness of the alpaca, we have the tweedy colorful flecks, and then we have sparkle. All three. I mean, awesome.
It's an awesome yarn.
Before she finishes the stats on this, I'm knitting on a 6 for this guy right here. And you can see all the colorful flecks. Again, even if it's fingering weight yardage, I would not knit this on anything smaller than a 6.
No,
and it's
needs
wonderful.
To fluff.
It's really soft.
Needs to fluff.
Yeah.
We are retailing it for $14.50 this week. You get 15% off.
15%. I mean, today you can save 17% with Shamrock, but until next Wednesday, any day after this, you can save 15% with the code product of the week. Not to be confusing or anything, right? So it's so fun. I love it.
We have a limited palette.
We do, but it's a good palette.
It's a good palette.
And there I forget how many other colors there might be. But this one's, I believe, called Coffee. I'm going to go find it now.
It's right in front of you.
I know it's right.
No, the actual.
She thinks I don't see this ball that's right in front of me. But thank you, Liz.
You were like, I'm going to go find it. And I'm like, you don't have to go far.
I was metaphorically speaking. Would you like to do this, Liz? I could just leave. No. I'm kidding. No, this was the only one we had in stock because we were testing it. And so it's the one I did this in. And it's a lovely neutral. Here's what I'll say about this. Is you've got like a core color and then a fuzzy color around the core color for all of these. And the colorful flecks, I want to say, I'm making kind of an assumption here, but I want to say the Tweedy flecks are the same for every single yarn. And they're these lovely, lovely colors, but they look different depending on which yarn they've been like entangled in.
And they're almost like a rainbow palette of flecks. It's not like,
like, take a look. I mean, you can see it in this guy up here.
Yeah.
It doesn't always translate well on camera, but we've got, I'm sure we talked about this last time we brought up this yarn. I see blue, I see red, I see yellow, I see an indigo and a purple, I see green. You probably see the same colors, right? It is a rainbow of flecks. It's wonderful. So this guy, the Coffee, that is number 754 if you're a number person. The core is pretty white, and then the fuzzies are brown, and it has gold metallic in it. The metallic is not going to show up very well on camera, but trust us, it's gorgeous. So this one is white base with a tan, yummy light brown fuzz and gold sparkle. That's what I'm making my guy out of.
This one that I held up close is indigo. And it has a brighter blue base.
Yeah, the core is a bright blue.
With the purple haze.
Purple fuzz.
Purple fuzz.
And I want to say it's a silver sparkle.
Silver, yeah.
It's this guy right here. Boop. It's really great. Let's see. I'm going to go with, this one's called Gold. And this one has a white core with a golden yellow fuzz, haze, and spiral in there. I want to say the sparkle in this is more of a silver sparkle, but everything else is golden about it. But I guess they thought the gold might compete too much with it. It's hard to say. It just sparkles, which is nice. And again, the Tweedy flecks are all the same. So this one's gold.
This one is cherry, and I'm looking really close at it. It's a red core with the black halo, and gold.
And gold for this, yeah. It's kind of hard to see on some of these which sparkle is if it's gold or silver. But this one, I love this color because green. Yay! I'm wearing my green for St. Patrick's Day today. This is more of an olive green. In fact, this one's called Grass, and this one has. I think it's more of an olivey green core with a greenish brownish haze to it, a nice neutral haze to it, and it is gold sparkle in it. So.
This one's almost like a two-color core. It's like a brown and a black almost, or a gray and a black.
Oh, and then the fuzz is the tealy blue.
Yep, it's called Smoke. So
it's really pretty.
It's got the tealy fuzz around, and it's silver sparkle.
Yeah, it's true. It's more brown, but there's a little bit of black in there, and it's teal. Teal is gorgeous.
Teal is gorgeous.
I'll give you that one.
Okay.
This one, white, basically. It's called Iridescent. So think like pearlesque kind of. White core, white fuzz,
silver
sparkle. It's this guy who's sitting right in front of me.
This one is Graphite. Oddly enough, it's a white core, black fuzz, and then your silver
sparkle. Awesome. So I think they're really,
it gives
really
it
fun.
an off black. It's not.
What I like about it is because it is thin and fluffy, it's not chainette, it is a twist, but you can get the warmth without the weight. So you can knit it anywhere from a 6 to an 8 comfortably. You could probably go even bigger, but and this is not going to be heavy. This is going to be a very light, flowy poncho. I'm very, very excited about it. So that is Gadifra Metal Tweed. They also say no muesling. We love animals, so it's humanely produced. All that good stuff. I'm still wearing my mask. Why am I wearing my mask?
Because it's one of those mornings.
It's one of those mornings. It's always one of those mornings.
It's not
lately.
Monday.
So we're gonna try to. I'm gonna try to maybe gently move these slightly out of the way, so we can talk about what's underneath it. This is Coastline, Jody Long Coastline. And this is a yarn we brought in, I want to say we brought in during the pandemic. We might have brought it in right before.
At the very beginning,
just before the world fell apart.
Yeah.
And it's just a fun yarn. Jody Long we've stumbled across with the help of some of our yarn reps at Knitting Fever. Some of his yarns, I want to say he's British, but he has a studio in Spain. And some of his yarns are good approximations of some mainline yarns like Rowan Felted Tweed. We brought in his Alba. There's a lot of yummy yarns. We've only tried a couple so far. We might bring in some more, but Coastline it was different. And that's why I decided to bring it in. It's different than anything else we have in the shop right now. So what do you got for stats on this?
For stats, it is machine washable. It is 33% cotton, 28% viscose, 27% nylon, 12% linen.
Viscose usually means bamboo. Usually that comes from bamboo, another plant, just to kind of throw that out there, because people hear viscose and they think synthetic. It actually comes from a plant. But
yeah, it's a natural fiber.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's 200 meters or 218 yards for 100 grams. A luxurious Italian cotton and linen blend.
And this is one of the things. I'm sorry. Why don't you finish your stats and then I'll talk about.
We are retailing it for $17.95 a ball. 15% off. 17 today.
One of the things that always surprises me about this. So this is kind of it's got a core of probably what I want to say is probably the cotton. Is probably the core of this little white guy, and then there's an outer sheath that is multi-tonal but very subtle for most of these, and I think that is where the viscose and nylon and linen comes into play. So when we first got it in, I felt the balls, or it could be excuse me, it could be when the reps were showing it to me. I was like, well, I guess it's soft. You feel the ball and you're like, it is so much softer. Like some balls, the yarn is softer than when it's knit up. And oftentimes the yarn is wound in a way that it feels a little bit firmer than it will when it's knit up, because it's a
dense ball.
Yes. So this guy, I am making one of the patterns in this lovely Summer Breeze book. And if you're interested, talk to us. We don't have very many of these, but we do have pattern books for it. You could probably get the individual patterns on Ravelry. But I'm making one of the sweaters in here. I'll show you in a minute. And this is so much softer than I thought it was going to be, from holding the ball to knitting with it. It's soft and squishy.
I haven't squished it. Ooh.
It's much softer than you might think by just holding the ball and caressing it, which, during COVID times can be a little challenging. So what is the color you have there?
The color I have here is seafoam.
It's very pretty.
It's very seafoamy.
It is actually the model is wearing a seafoam version of the sweater that I'm making, that I've stalled out on, by the way, but I'm planning to get back to. When we first brought this in, we had at least one or two knitters who made this. This is the sweater. It almost looks like the Weekender, but it's not. It's I want to say it's a drop shoulder sweater. I fully do intend on making, and see, I like green. I like the seafoam, but I didn't want to monopolize all of the seafoam. So I am making mine out of seaweed, which is a warmer green. That one is a nice cool green, kind of almost an aqua, almost, not quite. This is a nice, not quite olivey green. That's the cool thing about these colors. there's a little bit of multi-tonality in it, which is hard for the camera to pick up. But you've got some different texture in the yarn by just how the colors play with each other. Just a little bit of multi-tonality. So, so again, this is really fun. This is a lot of seed stitch, by the way, which is knit one, purl one, and then on the next row you do the opposite. So what other colors?
Anybody wanting to play with the Pantone colors of the year?
Oh yes, which I'm
we
starting to do
have
something else.
Sand Castle, which is yellow,
Nice bright yellow.
and Pebbles, which is a nice gray.
It's a taupey gray.
It's a taupey gray, but
It's a warm gray. But
the
yes,
Pantone
those
colors are gray and yellow.
We have been dabbling with the Pantone colors. I was avoiding them, and now we're going to fully engage in them. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Okay. This is also one of my favorite colors. It's called Shipwreck. It is like a light blue and light purple. As I lose it, there it goes. Wow.
It is an awesome one.
That's actually showing up pretty well on camera. It's not quite so bright as it's showing up on camera.
And this one has kind of the same, where it's two different, more vibrant. It's called Flip Flop. It's like a berry and a not berry.
I would almost say
know.
like a lavender and a berry.
Yeah.
Like a raspberry. I love that. I like all these colors. This is the fun one. If you want a darker color, this is Deep Ocean, and this has shades of blue, but very bright blue and like a light blue. It's right there. Very cool.
We have Living Coral, which is very peachy.
It's a peachy orangey coral.
Yep.
Definitely. If you want a neutral, we have Shell.
It's white.
It's white. It's kind
cream,
of ecru off white.
Yeah.
A lot of yarns you're not going to have a white because that involves a lot of bleach and it doesn't feel good.
It looks like a sun bleached sand dollar. Like it's not white.
All the colors are very peachy. So
Beach Hut is the last one, and it is a light pink and a bright pink.
I don't know any beach huts that are that color, but maybe if you've got one of those very colorful cabana type things, right?
Spain, the Mediterranean, you're gonna have houses that are different colors.
There are some
probably.
sorry.
That's probably where, if he has his shop in Spain, it's probably like, ooh.
Have we both been watching too much of the Mallorca Files? Maybe.
Probably.
Maybe. I'm about to start rewatching it with Brian because we need things to watch.
Yeah.
So these are all the patterns in this book. There's some really nice lacy things. There's some bigger things. I want to say this might only be 4 or 5 balls to make, but I haven't looked at it in a while to know. But if you look up Coastline, Jody Long's Coastline, on Ravelry, then you might find a lot of these patterns. But talk to us if you're interested. This one, the front's kind of funky of this cardigan, and you can make it in a single color or multicolor. But I think it's super cute. His design has the front ribbing has a break in it, like right in the middle. I might just make it go straight, but I think they're very, very pretty. Like this is that ribbing's avant-garde. You don't have to do it in an avant-garde way. But see, that's what the cover guy would look like in a single color. Yummy, squishy, machine washable. Gotta love it. So that's
one of our knitters used it to make amigurumi.
Yes. It's one of our
crocheters. Sorry.
Crafters, whatever, She usually harasses me about calling everyone knitters, and they're not all knitters. So, dude, who is trying to call me? Those are the 2 yarns. I'm coming back from having to get the screen up and running again. The second time today. Those are the 2 yarns that we're advertising today as product of the week, 15% off until next Wednesday, like morning, basically. Try to do it by Tuesday if you really want to take advantage of the sale. The Notion, we have hesitated putting these up online because shipping, we want to make sure that they don't leak when we ship them. But this is an essential for a lot of knitters and crocheters, is having something to hand wash your knits in, or even just for blocking. Even if it's something machine washable, you may want to do a little hand wash soak for the beginning part of your garment's life. So I'm a big fan of, if possible, hand wash everything that you make because it will last longer. We'll tell people things are machine washable or not, and then they'll be like, so I can't even hand wash it? You can hand wash anything. In fact, we prefer that you hand wash things. And to make your life easy and not super full of chemicals, like a little bit of Tide or something like that might work, but a little bit goes a long way. And you don't want to damage what you've worked on.
And the what we're getting ready to show you is rinseless. You don't have to rinse it out.
I know, isn't that so cool? Like there's 2 brands and we do carry both, but one of them we are not restocking. That's soap. We're not talking about soap today. What we hopefully can get more back in is Eucalan, and we have they're rebranding Eucalan, but it's the same stuff. So you will see some labels look like this and that, and the new ones look like this. Eucalan is wonderful hand wash for hand knits and hand crocheted things. Delicate, right? We have small sizes. These are 3.3 ounces. And we have a bigger size, which is 16.9 ounces. We had 2 of each. This is lavender.
This is unscented.
Unscented. We had 2 of each of these, but we sold one like yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So we have limited supplies, but we'll try to get them back in. Any of these, if you see we're out and you want to pre-order at the sale price, you can contact the shop. But know that some of these we can get back in and some of these are back ordered. And so you can save money, but you might have to wait a while to get it. So you might just want to take what we have.
If we mail them, just know they're going to be wrapped up beyond all.
They're going to be ziplocked and padded and all these things, especially if you order it with something else. We're going to do our best to make sure it doesn't leak, but we cannot guarantee that they won't leak. We will do our absolute best to cushion and do everything so it will travel well. These tops sometimes can pressure explode, or which they don't tend to happen when they're shipped right now, but you also can over tighten them when you close them and then they will pop off. And so
in the summer we've had some crack.
Be gentle with them, yes. So anyway, unscented and lavender are available from us in the bigger sizes. They come in like gallon sizes. We don't carry those here. But if you need that much, like a little one can sometimes last you a very, very long time, because this is not like I'm going to do wash, so I'm going to put a cup full in. You just use a very little bit. You can swish it around in a basin and you don't have to rinse it out. And then it can smell nice. Yay.
In the little bottles, we have Rapture, which is jasmine.
Rapture's we're starting with the fancy one.
Sorry.
That's okay.
And unscented. I have the fancy and the
That's
not.
not the only thing we have, but that's the 2 she has.
This is
So, and we'll go over prices again in a second. So she's got the Rapture, the jasmine, very, very pretty smelling, and the natural, unscented. I have grapefruit, and I have lavender. There are a couple other scents. We may be able to get up the gift packs that have all the scents in them. We only have 1 or 2 of those available, and it's like I'm not taking them out. And I said, you don't need to take them out. They have scents like eucalyptus, which we have in the variety packs, but we don't have individually right now. I think we have almost everything else.
Yeah.
The eucalyptus is a smell that people either love or hate. So we don't necessarily regularly stock that, but we can order it for you if you want. If you really are a diehard eucalyptus fan. We find that the lavender tends to be the most popular, followed by the jasmine, after the natural, of course. So a lot of people like unscented. The small size, the 3.3 fluid ounces, and remember, a little bit of this goes a very long way. Let's see, it says add Eucalan, let's see, blah, 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 blah. You can use this in the machine. I've never really used this in the machine. But using it in the machine, it says to fill with water, add Eucalan, stop the machine, load washable, squeeze gently. So I would just use this in a basin.
Yeah.
But
they're recommending a teaspoon per gallon of water.
Mm-hmm.
So like really it's
I would just
teeny
use a little
tiny.
bloop,
Yeah.
bloop, that's it.
Like
Not even 2
capful.
bloops, just 1 bloop. Capful of the small, not the big. But always test for color fastness, that kind of thing. But no need to rinse. Yay! And in a basin, they recommend soaking for say 15 minutes. The 3.3 ounce size is $5.75 normal price. And then the big one
Is
what you got?
$14.75.
Mm-hmm. Those are our current prices. You save 15%. If we ever reorder things and prices go up, we might have to modify our prices slightly, but we try to not go huge on the increases unless they start charging us huge increases. We always got to see. So currently, at the time of filming, that is what is going on with our stuff, and I think our 10:30 has showed up at 10 o'clock. So I'm gonna go talk to our 10:30 who's here early, and be right back.
And I will give a recap, or not a recap, but a hey, what's going on for the next few days. Tomorrow is Dear Becky and Lizzie. You can email me, Liz, at sundragonartandfiber.com, all spelled out, to get a question in for tomorrow if you have one. If you want to just write a snail mail, write to Dear Becky and Lizzie, Sundragon Art and Fiber, 35 South Broad Street, Brevard, North Carolina, 28712. Tomorrow night is not tomorrow night. Friday night is knit night from 6 to 9 Eastern Daylight Time. Our shop phone number is the code to get in, which is 828. 828 877-3550. Sorry, I was so close.
I don't know what she said already. I just
that was Friday night. Saturday is
our dual
Facebook
platform.
Live,
yes,
and Zoom,
and that's from 1 to 5. Same phone number if you want to join. At Facebook Live, just go to our Facebook page and it should come right up.
Yeah.
I mean, I never see it from that end, but people have told me, and hopefully the connection will be good. And I don't know what else you said. We're gonna do. Did you say Dear Becky and Lizzie?
Dear Becky and Lizzie tomorrow.
Get thrown off my game. Yeah. So there's always miscommunication. It's all good. So she thought it was 10. I hopefully told her 10:30 because that's when all our lessons usually are. But we're gonna go get ready to let her in so she doesn't have to wander the cold streets too long. I told her to come back in like 5-10 minutes. So yeah, and then tomorrow we're gonna do a follow-up of last week's Dear Becky and Lizzie because I brought in books, and we have a new question, I think.
Yes.
And we can talk more tomorrow about what was I gonna say? Our goals for the weekend. That's what I was gonna say. Oh my gosh, I'm not in the
we
zone.
We might have some new goals.
Those are always changing, aren't they? If you'd like to come in to shop, it could start raining again, so please make an appointment. I mean, you have to make an appointment to come in. If you want to just swing by, it's kind of cold and nasty outside. So make an appointment and come in and shop with us. We are thankful for all the support. We want you all to stay safe and get your vaccines and all that good stuff. And we'll just keep an eye on how things are going. Bye, everybody.